The life of Gautam Buddha is inspirational for everyone. Gautam Buddha was the originator of Buddhism. He was born in 483 BC and Mahaparinirvana in 563 BC. In his childhood he was known as Prince Siddhartha. According to Buddhist texts, 12 years before the birth of Gautam Buddha, a sage had predicted that this child would become either a universal emperor or a great sage. He attained enlightenment at the age of 35. He gave up the attachment to the world and became an ascetic and went in search of ultimate knowledge. Let us today tell you about Siddhartha's journey to becoming Mahatma Buddha. The Gotra of Buddha at the time of birth was Gautam. Buddha's real name was Siddhartha Gautam. He was born in Lumbini near Kapilvastu, the capital of the Shakya Republic. Buddha's mother died within 7 days of his birth. He was brought up by his aunt Gautami. The baby was named Siddhartha. King Shuddhodhana of the Shakya dynasty was the father of Siddhartha. Troubled by the prophecy given before Siddhartha's birth, his father kept him within the confines of the palace to prevent him from becoming an ascetic. Gautama grew up in royal luxury, sheltered from the outside world, entertained by dancing girls, instructed by Brahmins, and trained in archery, fencing, wrestling, swimming, and running. At an early age he was married to Princess Yashodhara. Both of them also had a son, whose name was Rahul. Siddhartha had a very compassionate heart since childhood. He could not see anyone's sorrow. Despite so many efforts, at the age of 21, in the streets of his home state Kapilvastu, his eyes fell on 4 scenes: an old disabled person, a patient, a dead body, and a monk. Seeing these 4 scenes, Siddhartha understood that everyone is born, everyone grows old, everyone gets sick, and one day, everyone dies. Distressed by this, he abandoned his wealthy life, his wife, son, and royal duties and took up the life of a monk and set out in search of questions related to birth, old age, pain, illness and death. Gaining knowledge, Siddhartha started searching for answers to his questions. Even after concentrating properly, he did not get answers to these questions. Then he also did penance but did not get answers to his questions. After this, he started more rigorous penance with some other companions. 6 years were spent doing this. Being near death due to hunger and not getting answers to his questions, he started thinking about doing something else. Went to a village in search of food and then had some food there. After this, he left the rigorous penance and sat under a peepal tree, now known as Bodhi tree, with a vow that he would not get up without knowing the truth. He remained sitting all night, and it is believed that this was the moment when he attained complete enlightenment in the morning. His avijaya was destroyed and he attained nirvana, i.e. Bodhi, and became Buddha at the age of 35. Buddha is also known as Shakya Muni. For 7 weeks he enjoyed the freedom and peace of salvation. Initially he did not want to impart the knowledge of his Bodhi to others. Buddha believed that it would be very difficult to explain to most people. It is believed that Buddha himself was requested by Lord Brahma to convey his knowledge to the people, and then he agreed to it. In this way he gave his first sermon to his first friends at Sarnath near Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh.